As I draw this ballpoint pen portrait, I'll share one mindset shift that helped me gain confidence in my drawing, which brought this portrait to the next level. When I first started drawing this portrait, I felt very stiff and overwhelmed. I carefully drew in my strokes in perfect rows, which slowed down the drawing process and made it stressful. I ended up stopping drawing my portrait halfway, which I showed in my previous video. If you relate to this, you're not alone. The shift for me was realizing that this was happening because I was afraid of starting. Fear often disguises itself as care. I recently started reading The Let Them Theory, a book written by Mel Robbins. On page 201, the author quotes Dr. Sherritt, a cognitive neuroscientist who states, quote, "Human beings have a hardwired need to be in control. It's a survival instinct. Feeling like you're in control of your life is what makes you feel safe." To quote Mel Robbins, the author of this book, the Let Them Theory is a proven method that teaches you how to protect your time and energy and focus on what matters to you. Two simple words, let them, will free you from the burden of trying to manage other people. When you stop obsessing over what other people think, say, or do, you finally have the energy to focus on your own life. You stop reacting and start living. This got me thinking, can this also apply when the one whose opinions you are afraid of most are your own? Why are we so afraid of starting a drawing, to the point where we give up and leave our works unfinished? What if it's because our natural desire for control makes us want to control how the end result of our artwork will turn out? However, if you've ever created anything, you'd know that how your artwork turns out is beyond your control. This is where the Let Them Theory comes in. When you acknowledge something that is bothering you, then you can actively choose what you're going to do instead of just spiraling. If you're worried about whether or not your drawing will turn out good, tell yourself, let it. Let my drawing turn out the way it is meant to be, regardless of whether it fits my expectations or not. Let me push past this feeling and draw anyway. This mindset completely changed the way I looked at drawing this portrait. Suddenly, it didn't matter whether my strokes were in perfect rows or not. I started to let myself scribble and focused on the values that I was drawing, not how neatly I was drawing them in. Instead of feeling paralyzed and afraid, I became free and stopped caring about making the right decisions. In your drawings, hesitation shows more than mistakes. Once you actively start to catch how you subconsciously try to sabotage yourself throughout your drawing process due to fear, then you can consciously reprogram yourself to push past it through the Let Them Theory. Letting your drawing turn out the way it is meant to be and accepting that you don't have control over the end result unlocks a whole new level of creating. This mindset lets you go farther in your art than before, because suddenly you have permission from yourself to take risks and refine your artwork more than you would have initially. The best part though, you start to actually enjoy the process. Since when was drawing meant to be scary? Sometimes it's important to get back in touch with why you want to create in the first place. The more you let go and not focus on the end result, the more relaxed you are and the more you progress. Being free to take risks because you don't care as much about how your artwork will look makes you expand your drawing skills faster, leading you to grow in unexpected ways. Remember, developing any skill takes time, and being able to visually see change will also take time. Be patient and let yourself have the space to develop your skills. If you notice, when a baby is just learning to walk, of course the first time they try to stand up, they fall. But what's interesting about children is it doesn't occur to them to give up just because once it didn't work out. They get up again and again until eventually they start walking. Why can't we do the same? I think this portrait turned out to be one of the best ballpoint pen drawings that I ever made. Because I shifted my mindset and stopped trying to control the end result, I think I became bolder with my strokes and went darker with my values than I would have before, and it shows. This drawing is my favorite not because it's perfect, but because I stopped fighting it and let it be. Next time you draw, notice where you start to hesitate and feel the urge to make things perfect, and see what happens when you let go and free yourself from your own expectations. If you'd like, you can tell me what part of the drawing process feels hardest for you and share any tips you have that you think we'd all find helpful as well. Thank you for watching this quiet portrait drawing process with a few thoughts for artists.